The Ace family are in a little more than just hot water right now. They could be facing time in jail for mortgage fraud. Plus, remember that hour-long video they made that was supposed to clear up everything that had been going on with them? Well, now the internet has had a field day with that, which means that any lies that were told in that video have now been exposed, and this situation is very messy. A lot of it just really doesn't make sense, but I'll do my best to break it down for you. First, let's start with this clip of Catherine complaining about there being no heat in their home.
Our first winter that we spent, I was pregnant with my son and I had 2 babies. We were freezing in our house. We were so freaking cold. There was no heat, no nothing.
So she complains of having no heat, but in another video when Austin says that someone offered to buy the house for twice what they bought it for, she says no.
To buy our house for double the price we bought it for.
You're lying.
I'm dead. I wouldn't lie about that.
No.
You know I wouldn't lie about that.
Okay, so what?
For double the price we bought it for.
Hell no.
No?
Hell no. No.
Which completely contradicts their video where they told their audience how much they hated living in this monstrosity of a house. I mean, they walked you around the almost $10 million dump and showed you all the issues with it. However, as anyone who has bought a house knows, even if it's a brand new build, inspectors will most likely still find an issue with it. So why do they love the house one moment, and then when the house is up for foreclosure, it's suddenly a home that was built from the mind of Satan himself? Well, we may finally have a good understanding as to why they were so quick to ditch this home in exchange for another. Okay, for starters, the Ace family hired a man named Avi and his brother Tammy, who owned a company called M Development LLC. This company owned the home and property from 2016 until the Ace family moved in, and the type of business in their early documents say that M Development was a construction, development, and remodeling company. During the time that their home was being built, they only ever had an owner-builder permit, which means that the contractor who was hired wasn't required to have a license because he was still an owner of the property. Now, here's where things start to get a little bit sketchy. In April of 2019, both Catherine and Austin suddenly became officers of the company M Development LLC and had an ownership interest. And then the type of business was changed to entertainment for some reason. They went from a construction company to an entertainment company just like that, and you can see that Catherine had actually signed off on this. Now that they were partial owners of this company, they obtained an ownership interest as borrowers, and with that took out a $3.5 million loan from 5 Arch Funding. Now, why would they add themselves to this company that was building their home? Well, according to a YouTuber by the name of Fleur, they believe they became members of M Development LLC because under an owner-builder permit, the property is ineligible for resale unless the owner-builder, which would be Avi, has lived at the property for at least 12 months. So one loophole to the situation is a quitclaim deed. And a quitclaim deed is a document that is used to transfer ownership of real estate from one party to another. Quitclaim deeds are also sometimes called quitclaim deeds or quick claim deeds because they are a fast way to accomplish real estate transfers. It's commonly used in cases where a family member is passing the home onto another person in the family as a type of gift, I guess. I mean, it's a pretty great gift if you get that. But the amazing thing about this is that you can exchange property without it needing to be actually sold. Now, here's where things get a little bit weird. After switching the property from Avi to Ace Hat Collection, the McBrooms removed themselves as owners of M Development LLC, meaning that they only did this to transfer their home. Allegedly, I should say. In their hour-long explainer video, Catherine also says that they had not been living in their home for the last 3 years because they couldn't get a certificate of occupancy. But aside from that, the real reason why they could never legally live on the property was because in July of 2019, Austin and Catherine took out an almost $9 million loan again from 5 Arch Funding. And in that loan agreement, they agreed that the loan would be for business purposes only. It says right in the agreement that under no circumstances shall the borrower occupy, establish, or use the property or any part thereof as borrower's residence or the residence of any principal, adding that the property is owned exclusively for commercial purpose, either for repair and resale purposes, which means that they had obtained this mortgage under false pretenses. They told their audience that this was their new home, but then they told the lenders that this would only be a property used for work and filming. By signing this agreement, Catherine and Austin may have just committed mortgage fraud. A conviction for federal mortgage fraud charges can result in a federal prison sentence of max 30 years, while state convictions can last a few years or more. Either way, this is very serious. They told the lenders that they were only going to be filming at this home, and then they moved in anyways. They literally say in the explainer video how they were living in the home with no heat, no gas. It just doesn't make any sense.
Like, oh, scam, scam, scam. And it's like, no, we've never scammed anyone. We've been scammed multiple times over and over and over and over. And
in reality, like,
You guys got scammed?
I just don't understand why they would go through so much trouble to make that video shutting down rumors only to be caught lying repeatedly. But I'd love to honestly hear your thoughts on all of this because that's all the time that we have for today. So stay classy and I'll see you on the next one.